This is iFIBER 1 News. Here are today's top stories.
An appeals court has upheld a guilty plea in a 2016 murder along Interstate 90 near Ritzville.
The dog days of summer are here, and temps hit the triple-digit mark in north central Washington on Tuesday.
The North Central Regional Library is more than just books, and its new director is more than a librarian.
Both Columbia Basin Riverdog teams are headed to the Babe Ruth Regionals in Gillette, Wyoming this week, and both teams look potent.
From the iFIBER 1 newsroom, this is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
An appeals court has upheld a guilty plea in a 2016 murder along Interstate 90 near Ritzville. Manuel Argomanes Camargo pleaded guilty to murder in the first degree in connection to the death of his girlfriend in March of 2016. A state trooper encountered Camargo covered in blood and carrying a small child along the shoulder of I-90 just after midnight on March 1st. The woman's body was found on the shoulder, along with a hammer under her body and a screwdriver in her chest. During a hearing in Adams County Superior Court, prosecutors said the victim was stabbed 28 times. Camargo told officers he had driven from Chicago and used methamphetamine to stay awake. Prosecutors offered a plea deal, but Camargo allowed the deadline to pass without accepting it. About a week after the deadline, he agreed to the plea offer, which was then renewed and accepted by the court on August 30th, 2016. On September 4th, Camargo advised the court he wanted to withdraw his guilty plea, claiming his attorneys confused him and had not investigated the case properly. The trial court denied the motion to withdraw the plea, citing excellent representation and questioning Camargo's credibility. Camargo was sentenced to nearly 30 years in prison. He then appealed, but the state appeals court agreed with the trial court, stating because Camargo could not show deficient performance from his attorneys, his argument failed and his conviction was upheld. During trial court proceedings, Camargo's previous attorney said Camargo had unrealistic expectations, thinking he could serve little to no jail time for the killing or even have the case dismissed. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by
Change doesn't have to be complicated. With a low-profile microwave hood combination that's ready to install right out of the box. It fits in the same space as your under-cabinet hood, so you can get your microwave off the countertop and make space for the routines worth keeping. The low-profile microwave hood combination, from the #1 selling appliance brand in the USA.
Whirlpool Appliances, now available at more furniture in Ephrata. The dog days of summer are here, and temps hit the triple-digit mark in north central Washington on Tuesday. Some like it.
I think it's great. I love triple digits. I get cold easily. It's not cold out.
I really enjoy the weather. I like being in the heat.
And others, not so much.
Too hot.
I think it's pretty hot. When it gets over 100, it's pretty nice to stay inside.
It's hot. Super hot.
Do you like it?
No. I walk around and we're all sticky and just can't even breathe in this hot air.
But no, I prefer it to be about 80 degrees personally.
Like it or not, you'll probably have to deal with it at some point. So we asked for tips on how to stay cool.
Air conditioning inside, air conditioning in my car.
Well, I do the best of drinking a lot of ice water, keep me cool, and that helps out.
The safest place that I can find to beat that heat is right here at the office, so I come early and stay late.
I'm Sean Goggins for iFIBER 1 News. This segment is brought to you by
Your taste buds bored? Well, then bring them to Jay's Teriyaki. Not only does Jay's have a variety of teriyaki dishes, they also offer mouth-watering salads and sides. Call Jay's 509-764-5155. Jay's Teriyaki, located at 123 East Broadway in Moses Lake, because it's all in the sauce.
The North Central Regional Library is more than just books, and its new director is more than a librarian. Barbara Walters has spent 25 years working for the library system, from a youth position in 1994 to information technology manager to deputy director. On Monday, she formally began work as executive director.
I had given a lot of thought before accepting the deputy director position to being the next executive director, and I just really like the direction that the library is headed, and I thought, yes, I would like to lead this amazing group of people.
Walters was chosen after a wide-ranging search and was one of 3 highly qualified finalists. The job is a big one, She has to oversee 30 libraries spread out over a 5-county area, about 15,000 square miles.
We are the largest geographical library system in Washington, and I haven't actually found another library system larger geographically in the United States. But we also have the bookmobile and our mail order system that serve the locations that do not have a library, so they can still have a library experience, but they don't actually have a building.
That mail-order library service was the first in the country, established 50 years ago. Walters said she wants to look at all the library's offerings in a new strategic planning process. And again, it's not just about the books.
And we have an amazing array of databases that people aren't necessarily aware of. And so I think that kind of segues or kind of ties into doing a marketing campaign, being better at letting people know what kind of resources that we do have. A lot of people don't know we have downloadable movies. It's an exciting thing, but of course it just shows that we need to do some more marketing.
Jefferson Robbins, iFIBER 1 News.
Both Columbia Basin River Dog teams are headed to the Babe Ruth Regionals in Gillette, Wyoming this week, and both teams look potent. The River Dogs program is so large they've been 2 separate teams all year. Come time for the tournament trail, the teams mixed up to make the Columbia Basin River Dogs 1 team and the Columbia Basin River Dogs 2 team. Both teams dominated during the state tournament, going undefeated through the first 2 games of the round-robin tournament. In the state title game, it was neck and neck, with the first team barely edging out the second team by 1 run. In the bottom of the 6th inning, Moses Lake's Tristan Alvarado hit a sac fly to drive in Connell's Tristan Garland for the go-ahead score. The first team won 6-5. The first team will be a number 1 seed as state champs, and the second team will be a number 2 seed in the regional tournament. While there may be 2 separate teams, both are loaded with talent. Brewster's Jeff Solomon played for the second team and had a spectacular title game. Solomon finished the game with 4 hits on 4 at-bats and scored 2 of his team's 5 runs. Regionals begin Thursday morning. I'm Adam Chkoski for iFIBER 1 Sports.
This is iFIBER 1 News. For more information on these stories and other news, visit us online at ifiber1.com or check us out on Facebook.